Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is the first video on my series on calculus. Today we are breaking down one of the most fundamental building blocks in both calculus and algebra, functions. By definition, a function f is a specific type of mathematical relationship. It consists of a set of inputs x, a set of outputs y, and a strict rule. This rule dictates that for every unique input x, there is exactly one output y. We call the entire set of inputs the domain, and the resulting set of outputs the range. Take a look at the notation in blue. This is read as f is a function mapping x to y, where y equals f of x. It simply means y depends entirely on whatever value we substitute for x. Let's look at a concrete example to see how this works. Consider the function f of x equals 2x minus 1. If we take a look at the table on the left, we can plug in different values for x to find our outputs. For instance, if we substitute x equals negative 1 into our rule, we get the output of negative 3. If we try x equals 1, the math gives us the output of 1. We can repeat this for 0 and 2 to fill out our table. And finally, we can visualize these input-output pairs as coordinates on the graph to the right. Each pair becomes a point, like the blue dots at negative 1, negative 3, and 1, 1. When we connect all these dots together, they form a solid green line representing the entire function. Next, we will answer the question, what actually makes a graph a function? Let's look at a graph on the left. This curve represents the equation y equals f of x equals 1/2 x to the 4 minus x squared minus 1. Notice that when we draw vertical lines through it, like at x equals negative 2 or x equals 1, each vertical line intersects the blue curve at exactly one point. Because every single input x maps to only one output y, this graph passes the vertical line test and is a valid function. Now look at the graph on the right. Here, y is not a function of f of x. Watch what happens when we drop a vertical line at x equals 2. It passes straight through the curve at 3 different points. Because a single input of 2 gives us up to 3 different outputs, it completely violates the rule of a function. Therefore, it fails the vertical line test. In brief, to determine if a graph represents a function, we slide a vertical line across it. If that line crosses the curve at more than one point anywhere on the graph, it is not a function. Let's explore even functions. Mathematically, a function is considered even if substituting a negative input gives you the exact same output as the positive input, meaning f of negative x equals f of x for all x. Graphically, this means the function is perfectly symmetric about the y-axis. It looks like a mirror image across the center line. Take a look at example 1. F of x equals negative x to the 4 plus 2x squared plus 1. When we plug in negative x, the even exponents absorb the negative signs, simplifying right back to our original function. If you look at the yellow curve on the graph, you can see this beautiful symmetry in action. The peaks and drops on the left perfectly match the right. Next, we will explore the example 2. f of x equals the absolute value of x minus 3. Because the absolute value of negative numbers is always positive, the absolute value of negative x simplifies directly to the absolute value of x, making it an even function. Visually, look at the blue V-shaped line on our graph. It hits its lowest point on the y-axis as negative 3 and splits evenly outwards in both directions. Finally, let's look at example 3. f of x equals 1 over the quantitative x squared plus 1. Squaring negative x in the denominators gives us a positive x squared, keeping the equation unchanged. On a graph, this is represented by the smooth, bell-shaped red curve that balances flawlessly across the y-axis. Now let's talk about odd functions. A function is odd if plugging in a negative input gives you the exact opposite, or negative of the original output, written as f of negative x equals negative f of x. Graphically, this means the function has rotational symmetry about the origin. If you rotate the graph 180 degrees around the origin, it looks exactly the same. Let's look at the two examples on the right. In example 1, we have f of x equals negative x cubed plus 2x. Replacing x with negative x gives us x cubed minus 2x. If we factor out a negative sign, we get back our original function multiplied by negative 1. In example 2, the rational expressions f of x equals negative 2x over the quantitative x squared plus 1 behaves similarly. The negative sign in the numerator flips the sign of the entire expressions, proving it is also an odd function. Finally, let's look at how this looks visually on the left. The yellow curve represents our cubic function from example 1. The blue curve represents our rational function from example 2. If you rotate them 180 degrees around the origin, it looks exactly the same. Let us take a few minutes to review what we have learned so far about functions. That is the end of our lesson today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, please feel free to share it and subscribe to my channel.